while both my computer and phone are installing updates. Let's just take this time to enjoy a few peaceful minutes of screen-free meditation. Welcome back to the modern world. It's beautiful, isn't it? We have a lot to talk about. While I was enjoying my weekend hanging out at the Grand Prix, a lot of big news broke for Pokemon Go. The first thing I want to go over is potentially the most exciting for me, and that's confirmation of new cooperative gameplay experiences coming this spring. In a Niantic blog post titled "Thank You," they start by listing a ton of awards that Pokemon Go won over the last few weeks, but the blog post ends with this interesting bit. We're still at the beginning of the journey, and there's a lot more to come. With spring arriving in the Northern Hemisphere, players can look forward to all new cooperative social gameplay experiences in Pokemon Go that will give trainers new and exciting reasons to get back into the sunshine. So we've already had previous confirmation that the gym system rework is the next big update that's going to drop in the next quarter of the year. We're moving into that quarter now, so sometime between now and June, we should be seeing this update. Now, interestingly, just a few hours or a day before Niantic posted that blog post, the Pokemon Go development community, these are the guys who are working on third-party apps like IV checkers, but also trackers and such, people who have a very good technical understanding of the code that makes up Pokemon Go, intercepted a few messages through network traffic. But the messages that they found seem to hint at the future of the gym system and hint at gym raids being added to the game. So for those who maybe haven't played a ton of MMO games in their gaming history, a raid generally refers to a large group battle where players will team up either against NPCs, those are non-player characters, or against another team of players in a large-scale battle. The intercepted network traffic contains 5 different sets of messages, each containing 3 different messages referring to the same in-game events. The first set of messages, and the ones that really hint that this is about a raid system, are these 3. Nearby raid starting soon, there's a raid about to start near you, or a raid's going to start nearby. 3 messages, all referring to the same thing, and the working theory is now that each of those messages will be for a different team. So depending on what team you're on, Valor, Mystic, Instinct, your team leader will give you one of those 3 messages to let you know that a raid is starting nearby. In addition to those, there are 3 more sets of messages that refer to gym battles, which hints that this raid system might be related to gyms in some way. There are messages for when your Pokemon gets returned from a gym, and then there are also messages for when a Pokemon wins or loses a battle. So it seems like these 3 sets of messages are going to be displayed to you when you're not actively participating in a gym battle, because if you win the battle, then obviously you know that you won the battle. You don't need your team leader to pop up and tell you you won the battle. Same thing for when you lose. If a Pokemon faints, if you bring 6 Pokemon into the gym and they all faint, you don't need Spark popping up in the corner and saying, hey, you lost. And hopefully along with these notifications, we might get the ability to see which gyms our Pokemon are actually placed in, because that's something we've been asking for since beta. Now there is one more set of messages, and that's for when a Pokemon is hungry. The messages are, Pokemon is hungry, Pokemon needs a pick-me-up, or Pokemon wants a berry. Since the other messages seem to be related to gym combat and the new gym system, it's possible that Pokemon that are left in a gym might occasionally need upkeep. They might need you to feed them a berry every once in a while, otherwise they might get tired and have some sort of stat debuff or lower stats in the battle. So what we would see in that case is a sort of decaying over time of a Pokemon's power as it's left in a gym. So that way when you have a really remote gym, if you're not able to go there and continuously keep it up, feed that Pokemon, your Pokemon is going to get weaker so that when someone else does come along, it's going to be easier to take that gym down. No word on exactly what type of berry you'll need to feed the Pokemon. It could be any berry that exists currently. It could be a new berry that they add specifically for this purpose. But I like the idea of gym decay as long as a teammate can help with the upkeep. If you personally have to go back to every gym that you have a Pokemon in and feed them berries, that just gives spoofers another advantage, because it's going to be so much easier for them to do gym upkeep, whereas people like us who play the game legitimately are going to have to walk to every gym, drive, bike, and it's going to take us a lot more time and effort to actually keep our gyms active than it would for spoofers. So hopefully teammates can participate in feeding Pokemon in gyms that need upkeep, if that's what this all refers to. So that's it for the raid news. Definitely exciting stuff about the future of the gym system in Pokemon Go. We know that that's coming sometime within the next couple months. And of course, no confirmation on how these raids will actually work. But clearly, Niantic is making good on their promise, on their claim that social cooperative gameplay is the next big feature for Pokemon Go. Speaking of Pokemon Go, let's go. Here's the deal. I felt like an acai bowl, so that's what we're doing right now. On top of that though, 2 nests here, again, Bixby Park and Bluff Park, and unfortunately, according to these reports, they're both terrible nests. Zubat and Weedle. There's no confirmation of either of those, that's just one report each, so I'm going to check them out, see what's going on here, but this will probably not be the exciting Pokemon Go section of today's video. I'm a little surprised. That's actually kind of exciting. Chikorita, Ghastly, Totodile, all in the nearby list. 2 of them right here. I'm down for that. And a Chikorita. I think I have enough candies now for the full Chikorita evolution. So I have a lot of new Gen 2 evolutions coming up. I am going to save those just a little bit longer until we find out what's going on with the Easter event. My theory is it's going to have something to do with eggs. That much is pretty obvious. Now whether that's Pokemon eggs or lucky eggs, I'm not sure yet. Oh my god, I don't have nearly enough for Meganium. 65? I'm going to find a Chikorita nest. Alright, I'm going to finish this bowl. And then we'll go find some more Pokemon.
What?
What? That's probably one of the best acai blends I've ever had. Spinach, kale, apple, ginger, acai, obviously. But you don't care about that. This is a Pokemon Go channel. So check this out. While I was eating, another Ghastly spawned. That's 2 Ghastlies, 0 Zubats. I have a feeling this is probably, you know what? I'm giving it the Pineapple Berry. I need more Ghastly candies to power up my Gengar. I have a feeling this is probably, well, I'm not going to draw any conclusions yet, but it's looking like a Ghastly nest. So I'm going to scour the park, see if I can find more evidence. No more on the list, but there's plenty of non-Pokestop space here. Let's see. Check it out. Here's another one. It's looking pretty good. Ghastly nest. I can't click on it. Go. Remember when Johnny Layton tray flipped this cap? I do. Got it. 3 Ghastlies, 0 Zubats. Let's keep looking. Bluff Park. That's a little cluster, but no repeats in there. Also, look at the way my items are coming out of this Pokestop. They're coming from underneath. Is that happening to anyone else? Alright, let's get through this cluster real quick. Okay. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, what?
No discernible nest pattern yet, but something even better. Oh my goodness. How long has it been since we've seen a wild Blastoise?
I think it was like Vegas, no?
Yeah, during the starter event was probably the last time that we saw one. Hello, big boy. 703, that's fine. It's good for 20 Squirtle candies. Let's go. That took so many Ultra Balls. So many. But 20 Squirtle candies. Bite Ice Beam. Terrible moveset. But 20 Squirtle candies. 1 second, I just noticed something. The Pokestop that we caught that Blastoise at is called Cannon at Valparaiso Plaza. Cannon. Blastoise? Cannons? Cannon. Cannon, 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 cannon. Coincidence? Keywords. I'm not sure. So I couldn't really figure anything concrete out over at Bluff Park, which actually extends way further down the beach than I'm willing to walk at this point in my life. But back here at Bixby Park, another Ghastly. So that's 4 now. I'm pretty confident that this is a Ghastly nest, which is cool because this was actually a Ghastly nest the first time that Chance and I ever came here to play Pokemon Go. So, nice little throwback. While Cassie's here cooking chicken and waffles?
Yes.
Chicken and waffles. I'm gonna head out, skate around a little bit, try to find some more Pokemon and see what's going on with this deconstruction of the racetrack, because that's interesting to me. Let's go. So close. So here's the thing. When you're this close, you really just want to battle one Pokemon and get out. Don't bother going through the whole thing because someone could. And just then, my card filled up because I forgot to transfer off all the stuff that I shot over the weekend at the Grand Prix. So what I was saying is that when you're that close to leveling up a gym, you want to just beat one Pokemon, get your 1,000 or slightly less than 1,000 prestige, and then leave the battle so you can put your Pokemon in, because that prestige goes up as soon as you beat the Pokemon. It doesn't all add at the end. The prestige will increase after each Pokemon that you beat. So as soon as you beat that first Pokemon, the gym levels up, and it's open for anyone to put a Pokemon in while you're still battling. And unfortunately, that's one of the biggest drawbacks of the current gym system, and one of the most annoying things, and in my opinion was probably a bigger issue than gym sniping from opposite teams to begin with, because that you can just take the gym down really quickly if they get it to a level 1 gym. But when someone from your team takes your spot, whether they know that you are training it up or not, it's pretty annoying to have to train the gym up a whole level after that. Especially, like the gym out here, I had to go all the way to level 10 to get my Pokemon in just now. It started at level 7, and I went all the way to 10 to get a spot. I doubt that's really going to get fixed, but with the gym rework coming soon, hopefully we will have a less frustrating system than what we have now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you tomorrow for more Pokemon Go.